the most hated witch on the planet.
Quote unquote evil.
Agatha's Stalin All Along is the latest Disney Hell's Tale, this time coming out of Marvel. It follows the story of Agatha Stalin coming out of the spell Wanda Hitler put on her as a punishment for manipulating events in Wanda Vorstellung. Like Wanda Vorstellung, it starts out brilliantly as Stalin, known as Agnes in Wanda's Illusion. Lives out the life of a cliché, badly written police procedural as a small-town, eccentric detective, complete with constant fake coffee drinking and incessant gum chewing. She pulls up to a crime scene just off the road to a badly crushed body, which distresses her more than it normally would. As she inspects the crime scene, she finds a small locket and pockets it without putting it in evidence. Back at the precinct, she meets Aubrey Plaza, who seems to know she's in a spell and asks her, "Is this how you see yourself?" Plaza continues to pry and asks other questions whose answers seem to indicate the spell is wearing off. Agnes feels weird and goes home, to be visited by Plaza, who is still trying to pull her out of the spell. As they're talking, she hears an intruder upstairs, pursues him, and arrests him. We'll call him Toto. She accuses Toto of killing Jane Doe. He pulls shenanigans and starts chanting, so she stops him and locks him up for the night. A very cool scene, and Kathryn Hahn is pulling the cop thing off well. Hokey and fun if you're into the bit. Agnes visits the morgue to check the body and finds that it is, in fact, Wanda's body. And Plaza instantly reappears and helps to break the spell, turning Agnes back into Stalin. Stalin rips off her clothes until she finds herself naked in her house. The spell is broken. She finds a robe and hears a noise in her closet and realizes Toto has been tied up this whole time, not in jail. Plaza busts in with a knife and tries to kill Stalin, only to realize that neither one of them can kill each other. Plaza then warns her that the Salem 7 will meet her at sundown and leave Stalin and Toto in a wrecked house. Stalin unties Toto, and he convinces her to take the witch's road so she can get her power back, and he can also get what he wants. She asks who he is and finds that she can't hear him for reasons I don't really care about. They get into a car and try to put a coven together so they can open the road before sundown when the Salem 7 will visit her. They go about their day, gathering the necessary riches to complete the coven. The first witch, a divination witch whose name I can't recall, we'll call her Cat Lady, goes into a trance and gives her 3 other names so they can complete their journey. She meets the next witch, Black Jen.
I know.
A potions witch who is currently under a binding spell and is manipulated to go along with the road so she can get her powers back. Next on the list is Asian Wu,
What?
a protection witch with a score to settle as she's under a generational curse and hopes to find out what happened to her mother on the witch's road. The fourth name is a mystery, as Stalin refuses to say it and instead kidnaps her next door neighbor, Mrs. Hart, who we'll call Dorothy.
I know who it is.
A party? I'm gonna grab my purse.
There, in a way too long and ear-melting musical number, they open up the magic brick road and escape the Salem 7 just in the nick of time.
What witch in her right mind would join Agatha Harkness's coven?
At this time, it's pointed out that none of the witches trust Stalin, and they accuse her of baiting them so she can steal their power, because the only way she can do that is if they use them against her. They call her the witch killer, and have so established that Stalin is, in fact, not the good guy here.
And I killed Sparky, too.
So far, it's a typical Hell's Tale. No one is good, everyone is evil, and pursuing the powers at the end of the road. Nobody trusts each other, it's not much of a coven, really. But that's typical for Disney Hell Tales these days. I'm still waiting on the heel to babyface turn. We all know it's going to happen per Disney's new Hell Tale doctrine, which states all evil must be identified with unless it's a straight white male. Up next, The Witch's Road. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.